Bad news. Bad times at Costa today. Very bad times. A gentleman working behind the counter today, and a straight one at that. So, no joys for the Feathery King today. Nothing but misery. Nothing but abject misery, disappointment, doom, and gloom. They couldn't even muster up a gay man to work behind the counter that I could work with. You know, I know no one likes a cock tease, but, you know, if free coffee's at stake, or discounted coffee, free mince pies at stake, you know, I'll dial it up a bit. You know what I mean? You know, I'll dial it up a bit. But no, today I'm afraid the curse of the straight man I'm starting to, I guess I'm just starting to feel the, the crushing horrors of the patriarchy in terms of having to actually pay the retail price for a cup of coffee. It's not good, man. It's not good. It is, you know, it's very triggering, you know, deeply triggering, deeply upsetting, deeply demoralising, you know, and I've cried for a number of minutes, you know, maybe 2, if it's possible, and I'm okay now, but, you know, we'll get through it, you know, we can move through it together, we can move, you know, we can move forward as a, you know, as a country. I think what we need now as a country is an issue that we can all get behind. And if me getting discounted coffees at Costa is that issue, then so be it. You know, let's, that, I mean, apart from obviously this gentleman on the checkout today, I don't think there's anyone out there reasonably that thinks that I should have to pay full price for a cup of coffee. No sane person, you know? You know, surely not. You know, is there anyone? I mean, I certainly don't see anyone in the chat that would be so bold as to claim that I should have to pay full price for what is effectively milk. Hot, warmed milk with sort of coffee flavouring. No. Nice day today. Nice walk along the seafront with the long one, with the long mover, the windy pup, you know, out there just sniffing around, getting stuff done, rolling in things that I wish she wouldn't roll in. But it's just an occupational hazard, isn't it? And then she will eat those things also, and then it will come back up inevitably. It is an occupational hazard of eating stuff that you find on the ground is vomiting. You know, it's inevitable. Although, however, being that she's a dog and therefore not the, I mean, as far as dogs go, I think she's pretty smart. But in the grand scheme of things, not that clued in. You know, not clued in enough to realise that if she eats vomit that she finds on a beach, that might come back up again in a few hours. You know, but because that few hours have passed, you know, the association's not there anymore. You know. No good chastising the dog for pooing on your carpet a week after it's happened. It's not going to happen. Okay, Millie Stewart thinks that they should be doubling the price of Costa for me. Okay, Millie's banned. That's fine. It pains me to have to start the day with a banning, but so be it. That's fine. Okay, well, look, we need to maintain a consistency of thought throughout the group, even if that thought is insane. Come on, guys. This is the LDC. It's mob rule, all right? Stop pretending this is a democracy. It is not. Right, what even the hell is going on? I don't know. I wish I did, but I'm sorry I don't. That's just the way the chips have fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Means and Threshold.fm, and by God, Chode has just brought up a truly terrifying concept, the concept of foghorn dubstep. Must be out there, man. If you can think it, there's porn of it. And so foghorn dubstep, I daren't even Google. The true horrors that may lie at the other end of the search results for foghorn dubstep porn. Oh, Jesus. Damn. No. Oh, God. No one needs to see Rusco, getting his back alley thrashed by I don't even know who, while just going. There's no need for it, guys. There's absolutely no need. Just give it a rest, okay? Don't at me. Guys, a bit of a slow news day today, I'm going to be honest with you. Not some interesting bits. Doctors bring dead heart back to life in groundbreaking scientific procedures. No shares from Jeff Parsons. I mean, that is good news, I guess. Police looking for wanted man with crime pays tattooed on his forehead. It's just, the levels of I would say Tide Podder, but he's 38. Comedian ordered to pay £20,000 fine for joke about disabled singer. Oh, good. We're fining for jokes. I am fucked. Okie dokie. Couple buys Denny's waitress a car to stop her walking 14 miles to work. I think that's very nice, but she looks like she's very physically fit from that 14-mile walk to work. I give it 6 months. She'll be twice the size. She'll have numerous obesity-related health issues. No good deed goes unpunished. Hacking tool allowing cybercriminals to spy through webcams taken offline. Fucking killjoys. Oh, I love it when they have a picture of someone in a police outfit using. He's got a bullet. He's got a stab-proof vest on. Computer. What? So these viruses will get you. You need to make sure you're wearing your stab-proof when you're on the computer. Yeah, you never know. These hackers, they might launch a DDoS attack. It comes straight out of the screen in a very sharp sort of binary point. All those ones. They get all the ones of the ones and zeros. They get them all in a line. And they fire them out of the screen, and they can go straight into you. It's true. You don't understand. What did it say? Yeah, they've shut down some sort of spy situation. Well, that's no fun, is it? Website selling a cheap hacking tool allowing cybercriminals to steal data and spy on victims through their webcam has been taken offline in a major international effort. Boring. Killjoys, come on! What you can't believe you're shutting down criminal activity online. Outrageous. That is bizarre that you can just go on and buy. Is that on normal web, dark web? What's the situation? The imminent monitor remote access Trojan, I'm Rat, nice, could be attained for as little as $25. Was purchased by 14,000 people in 124 countries. With the malicious software covertly installed on a victim's computer, hackers could take full remote control, giving them the power to disable antivirus software, steal data or passwords, record keystrokes, and view footage from webcams. A total of 21. God, the amount of. Really, if you could break into my webcam and just watch me end hours sweatily in a state of undress watching jiu-jitsu technique videos. Whew. A total of 21 search warrants were executed across the UK targeting suspected sellers and users of the tool as part of an international week of action. Started on Monday. Searches were carried out in Greater Manchester, Merseyside, Milton Keynes, Hull, London, Leeds, Walsall, Lancashire, Nottingham, Surrey, blah, 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 blah. 9 arrests and more than 100 exhibits. The I'm Rat was used by individuals and organised crime groups in the UK to commit a range of offences beyond just the Computer Misuse Act, including fraud, theft and voyeurism. Many people have been viewed whacking their meat into oblivion. Cybercriminal, yeah. Anyway, they've taken it down. Well done, guys. How long did that take? Look at him wearing his stab proof online. God bless him. I mean, you need to tidy up that desktop, buddy. Look at absolute state. What have you got there next to you? What you got? Some aqueous cream, mug, little. Is that your own setup? Is that? What is this? Police checking a computer for it. Right. Okay. That's not the police's actual setup, is it? That's not where the sort of cyber forensics are actually doing their work. No, it wouldn't surprise me. Seriously, they're doing it on an old like Windows XP computer or something. It's a painful pittance of police resources that they have. Like, yeah, we managed to. We're using a Dell laptop that we seized in 1998 from a drug dealer, and once we've worked out, how to get all the porn off it, because there are a lot of pop-ups. We will be using it to try and track down some hardened cyber criminals. Anyway, get your stab proof on, lads. We're going in. What else is on there? There's all sorts of weirdness. Was that Hoover? I don't understand. Is it? That wallpaper. What's that? Scenes of Paris. This is a disgrace. What's that? An easel? This is someone's mum's house. This is someone's mum's computer. So, someone's mum's gone rogue, basically, is what's happened here. Someone's mum, she's gone down a YouTube rabbit hole. She's started getting into things. She thinks she's QAnon. Now she's trying to hack into the government. She's trying to hack NASA. She's trying to find out whether or not there are aliens. She just wants to know if there are aliens or not. She just wants to know who shot JFK. Yeah, she wants to know who did 9/11. And she deserves to know. Rogue mama deserves to know. Okay, what else has she got? There's some art supplies, I guess, down there. What is that? Is that a dental kit? Maybe. So that's a sort of a blood pressure monitor, artist easel. Do you consider those monitor speakers? I don't know. Is she making jump up? Is she making foghorn dubstep? She's making foghorn dubstep and trying to hack NASA. Christ. There's an article, I think Nick Brock posted in the Discord about how pointless emails are contributing to carbon emissions, which I'm sure they are. Quite a lot of carbon emissions, all things considered, which makes me wonder, how much is your terrible, DIY noise project or your modular techno outfit contributing to climate change, guys? Think about how much is your unfinished jump up career, your unfinished jump up projects on Fruity Loops, how much are they contributing to climate change? You should think about that, How much is your addiction to torrenting, illicit vengeance sample packs contributing to the climate change? Yeah, guys? Well, that's what. Look, right. Let's play some records. Where have we got? We've got some bloody good bits in here today. There were a few bits from Guy. No, it's in here. I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. It's in my release radar. Come on, guys. Where are we? Yeah. We have Emperor and Dread. It's called Backchat. So we can get this show on the road, man.
Yo, can't take that.
Yeah, where are Extinction Rebellion when you need them? They should be breaking into people's bedrooms and stopping them making jump up. How much is jump up drum and bass contributing to climate change? Think about it.
Me no deal with no back chat. Please come on. Anytime we got your please come on. We'll just go and lick that right now, please come on. See the life me I live. You see the life me I live. You see the life me I live. Me not take that. And me don't deal with back chat. Please come on. Please come on. Please place, yeah. Burn down this place, yeah. Babylon dead. Hey, so me burn down this place, yeah. Please come on. Hey, please come on. Me burn down this place, yeah. Me no take back no back, yeah. Please come on. Please come on. Please come on. Anytime we touch your please come on. Please come on. Please come on. When the soul me like that right now, please come on. See the life me I live. You see the life me I live. You see the life me I live. Me not take that. Hey, so me burn down this place, yeah. Hey, I me burn down this place, yeah. Me not take back no back, yeah. Me not take back no back shot. Why I go lick shot? Me not take back no back shot. Why I get a gunshot? Take back no back shot. Me not take back no back shot. Everything get on. Everything get on. Everything get on up. Everything get on. Please come on. Please come on. Please come on. Please come on. Burn down the place, yeah. Burn down this place, yeah. Babylon dead. Hey, so me burn down this place, yeah. Burn down this place, yeah. Please come on. Hey, please come on. Me burn down this place, yeah. Please come on. Please come on. Please come on. Anytime you touch your please come on. Please come on. Please come on. When the soul me like that right now, please come on. See the life me I live. You see the life me I live.
Emperor,
You see the life me I live.
Dread MC, back chat.
Deal with back chat.
Clearly a message to young children there that Dread will not tolerate back chat from them. And if any more of that, you'd be straight to your room, no dinner. Okay? So, take it from Dread. Yeah, young, particularly young children. No bloody back chat, or it will be no dinner, I'm afraid, or it will be 15 minutes on the naughty step. And as I said, you'll be going hungry tonight. Unbelievable. Guys, woman 70 jailed for sidewalk sex encounter. Sad times. I mean, how bad can this sidewalk sex encounter have been that you have to throw someone, throw them in jail? I mean, I'm talking about consensual sex here. And they look like such nice folk. I don't understand here. I just don't understand. December the 1st, a 70-year-old woman and her 60-year-old mate are each jailed on a felony charge after they allegedly had sex on a Florida sidewalk in view of a 12-year-old child. Oh dear. Did they know the child was watching? According to investigators, Susan Roskillo and Robert Kellogg tristed. Nice. Around 8:45 p.m, so pre-watershed. I think that's probably the issue, isn't it? Thursday in front of the Capitol Theatre. Jesus, man, imagine these two going at it. Fuck you, no. God, no one needs... Right, I would say no one needs to see that, do they? I mean, as beautiful as romance is, and, love-making, and particularly between an older couple, it's nice to see that the romance has not been lost, but... Guys, please, as I've said many times, that sex should only happen in the bedroom under the covers with the lights off and the curtains drawn. And, of course, only missionary sex. And, yeah, that's it. No standing up, No weird stuff. No eye contact. Just fucking get the horrible thing done. Read a book and go to sleep. Okay, guys? Thanks. They were both subsequently arrested on a felony charge of lewd and lascivious exhibition for allegedly engaging in sexual conduct in the presence of a minor. That 12-year-old kid's got a lot to answer for. I blame the kid. Pictured above, Roskillo and Kellogg are each being held in the county lockup in lieu of a $10,000 bond. The victim, Clearwater police say, saw Roskillo on her back with her legs up in the air and no pants on. The septuagenarian was actively masturbating Kellogg's penis with her hand, according to the arrest affidavit. After being read his rights, Kellogg's reportedly admitted to having sex in public with Roskillo and adding that she did have his penis in her hand multiple times. Kellogg's cops reported, apologised, and said that he knew the Thanksgiving night encounter was wrong. Come on, it's Thanksgiving. Outrageous. Come on, they're just, just getting it done, aren't they? Just a couple of old fogies just getting it done. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there may have been drugs involved. Roskillo was extremely uncooperative and continued to scream that she wanted a lawyer, according to the affidavit, which indicates that both defendants showed an indication of alcohol abuse. They weren't stone cold sober, just slinging dick in the outside of theatre. No? Okay. Roskillo was convicted earlier this month of an open container charge, which she was spotted drinking a can of Bud Light Cranberita beer on Clearwater Street. I just cannot believe that, like, in lots of places in America, you can be convicted of a crime for having an open container of alcohol. It's insane. No, you can buy a gun though. You can't have an open container of alcohol, but you can carry a gun. Fine. Kellogg's rap sheet includes collars for trespassing, disorderly intoxication, disorderly conduct, panhandling, battery on a law enforcement officer, obstruction, and carrying an open container. Court's record described Roskillo and Kellogg as homeless. Great. So you've slung some homeless people in prison for having sex. Great work, guys. Great work, cops. I mean, they are really pretty low-key crimes, aren't they? Trespassing, imagine with the homeless, you've probably broken in somewhere to get out of the way, have a bit of a kip. Disorderly intoxication, that's basically being a drunk arsehole. Disorderly conduct, that's the same thing. Panhandling, okay, you don't have any money, so you're asking people for money. Battery on a law enforcement officer. So a law enforcement officer is trying to arrest you. You're drunk and upset. Obstruction, and having an open beer. Christ. Yeah, sling him in the fucking nick at taxpayers' expense. Just bizarre, isn't it? Ugh, God almighty. Don't get me started, guys. I say let him shag. I say lock the kid up. Yeah? If he can't keep his eyes to himself, he needs to learn. He needs to smack. Look, if Dread MC was there, he'd tell that kid, no back chat, get to your room. Stop ogling two people involved in private romance. I appreciate it's in the street, but you shouldn't go around, you shouldn't stare. It's rude to stare. Okay, young man? You're 12 years old. You should know about the birds and the bees. Granted, you don't need to see two elderly people fucking slinging dick in the street. Sure, don't look. They're not doing it for your benefit. They're just trying to have a good time like everyone else. Unbelievable. Man who had world's first total penis transplant can now achieve orgasm. Guan-san. A soldier whose penis was blown off in Afghanistan is now able to have orgasms again following pioneering transplant surgery. Wow, mate, he must be fucking chuffed. In 2018, the unnamed man underwent the world's first penis and scrotum replacement operation. The procedure appears to have been a success, and the unfortunate emasculated war hero, perhaps this is a rather unfair term to use, is now feeling whole again. Well, doctors reported. He can now achieve erections and can even reach climax. The former soldier has also returned to school and is able to urinate while standing. Good lad. He sustained traumatic penile loss caused by an improvised explosive device in Afghanistan. Poor bastard. Both the legs were amputated above the knee, and he was left with a 1.5 centimetre long penis stump and no scrotum or testicles. Doctors at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, Maryland, transplanted the entire penis, a scrotum without testicles, and partial abdominal wall from a man who had died. Can they not give you a sort of like a fake balls? Like a little, like effectively it would be like a breast implant, but just a little one. Maybe you could have them enlarged if you wanted to. You know, there could be different options. Like, I'd like them to be. Yeah, I mean, you could, because I guess they wouldn't have any. They wouldn't have any sensation in them. You could use them as a sort of stress ball sort of thing. So, hey, listen, I'm just thinking outside of the box here, guys. Like, if you, maybe they don't want my advice. Maybe the surgeons at Johns Hopkins Hospital who are repairing, you know, victims of war don't want my advice about, you know, stress-busting testicle implants. And that's fine. You know, I know that, you know, very few people are interested in my advice, particularly my unsolicited advice, which I like to offer from time to time to members of the public. But, you know, what are you going to do? Why have you got... I want to see it. Guys. Okay, well, that's what it looks like. Well, look, you've got it sort of it there at the beginning with it sort of blown off. Poor lad. And anyway, and then it's all... Why you got to... Pathetic. Dang, I wonder what it's like, you know, yanking it. Because it's, you know, I mean, it's yours, but it wasn't always yours. You know, you think about who else was jerking it before, you know? Wow, you wonder on what adventures that penis has had before it was yours. You know, who it had been in before. Wow, what sort of crazy stunts it had got up to, you know? The sights that it had seen, the stories it could tell. Damn, if that penis could speak! Unbelievable. I wonder where I presume it came from a dead person. I mean, you'd have to be very, very selfless to offer that up for donation. I guess it could be someone transitioning from male to female. They could offer that up as a transplant. That'd be a nice deal, wouldn't it? You know, everyone's happy. Anyway, now in a letter published in the New England Journal of Medicine, a team of medical experts said that the new manhood was working well. They wrote, "It has been more than 1 year since the patient received the penile transplant. He has near normal erections and the ability to achieve orgasm, as well as sustained improvements to pleasure scores on the patient-reported outcome measures. He has normal sensation to the shaft, the tip of the transplanted penis, and can localize touch sensation. The glands has recovered to near normal sensibility, and sensation in the penile shaft has recovered to higher thresholds than that in the glands. The patient urinates while standing, without straining, frequency or urgency, with the urine discharged in a strong, healthy stream, like that of a racehorse or a piss head. The patient has returned to full-time shagging, school full-time, and continues to live independently, using leg prostheses. He reports an improved self-image and feeling whole again, and states that he is very satisfied with the transplant and the implications it carries in the future. He's looking forward to slinging his new dick." Oh, lovely stuff. Well, that's the heartwarming one for the year. I know you had to wait until December for it, but there it is, guys. There's your heartwarming tale about a man with a new dick. Oh, lovely stuff. Guys, let's have another shoe thrower. What have we got? Mallox. Lock off. Let's get the show on the road. Sweet Jesus, crash test, you're right. What if it is Epstein's? Oh no! Apparently Epstein had some sort of weird balloon-shaped cock. That's a thing, apparently. It's always the one with the weird wangs that, you know, get into the unpleasantness. Right, well, that was an outro for you there. Let's wheel that back up, actually. Have that again. Nice. Yeah, I like the outro, guys. I like the middle bit. The intro was fine. It's called Lock Off by Malix. Decent bit of gear, that, guys. That indecent bit of gear. What's it on? What's it on? Trendkill or something? It's on fucking Trendkill, isn't it? Fucking hell. Anyway, Elon Musk, pedo guy update. Musk faces defamation trial over pedo guy remark from the Metro Tech Reporter. And this is maybe Parsons trying to get some shares, just thinking that perhaps maybe it's him, that people are being put off sharing stuff. Anyway, no shares on this. Billionaire SpaceX boss Elon Musk will face trial this week in a defamation case brought about by a British diver he allegedly branded a paedophile. Taking place in federal court in Los Angeles, Musk will be called to testify during the trial. He will be asked to explain what he meant when he called Vernon Unsworth, who helped rescue youth soccer players trapped underwater in a Thailand cave, pedo guy. Oh, God. This is going to be wild. In a Twitter spat more than a year ago, Mr. Musk later apologised for lashing out at Mr. Unsworth on Twitter after the diver belittled Mr. Musk's effort to build a tiny submarine to save the Trap Boys in a PR stunt. Save the Trap Boys as a PR stunt. The tweet, widely interpreted as a reference to a paedophile, was removed by Musk, who disputed that's what he meant. Yeah, well, come on. Look. Okay, pedo guy was a common insult used in South Africa when I was growing up, Musk said in a court declaration. It is synonymous with creepy old man. It is used to insult a person's appearance and demeanour. Come on, Musk. Come on, mate. Listen, you called him pedo guy because he's... Look, I get it. He's kind of... there's some kids stuck in a cave. This guy's trying to get him out. He's wound you up. Look, come on, look, you can at least be honest about it. Mr. Unsworth's lawyers have laughed off that explanation and said his claim was undercut by a subsequent tweet where he said, "Bet you a signed dollar it's true," in response to a question about whether or not he'd accused him of being a paedophile. There you go. Come on, man. Didn't he say, "Bet you a signed dollar he's got a child bride," or something like that? God. The lawyers also said he hired a private investigator to dig up evidence on Mr. Unsworth that he was a child molester, which they never found, according to Mr. Unsworth's lawyers. The lawsuit's not the first time Mr. Musk's tweets have landed him in hot water. Mr. Musk and Tesla reached a $40 million settlement with the Securities and Exchange Commission last year on allegations he misled investors with the tweets declaring he had secured finances to buy out the electric car maker. He agreed in the settlement to have future tweets about the company screened. The cave drama played out for more than 2 weeks in the summer of 2018 when 12 boys aged 11 and 16 and their soccer coach were trapped in a flooded cave in northern Thailand. Mr. Musk and engineers at his SpaceX rocket company custom built a mini submarine to help with the rescue. The device was heavily publicised but never used. Yeah, I mean, they even put a speaker... They had a hi-fi in there and all sorts of flashing lights. I think perhaps the priorities needed some readjusting. Mr. Unsworth, a diver and caving expert whose advice was considered crucial in the rescue operation, said the sub would never fit in the cave's tight spaces. He told CNN and Mr. Musk he could stick his submarine where it hurts. Musk responded 2 days later with his series of tweets. Mr. Musk claims he wasn't making a factual statement and no one reading this tweet would take it seriously and interpret it as defamatory. Despite removing the tweets, he later suggested in emails to the news website BuzzFeed that Mr. Unsworth was a child rapist. Oh dear. Oh, Elon! And had moved to northern Thailand to take a child bride, who was about 12 years old at the time. He provided no evidence. Oh, Elon! God's sake. You can't, come on, look, you're going to have to pay the guy off, Elon. Sorry, but you've look, the whole oh, well, you know, it was just pedo guy. You know, South Africa, that's what you say. Just means creepy old man. You know, just permit for a pit. Dig a big pit. You can't say that you weren't referring to him being a pedo and then say that he's got a child bride. Dude, come on. Mr. Unsworth is seeking unspecified damages for pain, suffering, and emotional distress. The defence has registered efforts to turn over financial records to show Mr. Musk's wealth, but has stipulated his net worth exceeds 20 billion. What? 20 billion exceeds 20 billion or 10 billion pounds. What? The exchange rate is not that bad. Anyway, guys, silly Elion, whoopsie. Maybe stick to the, I don't know, maybe stick to the rockets and the cars rather than tweets for a bit. Although they are very entertaining. Dolphins drag British girl 10 underwater during quote-unquote ethical swimming exercise. I don't think people were still swimming with dolphins. I thought that was sort of not really done it. Oh, it's in Mexico. A young girl was dragged underwater by dolphins during a swimming experience in Mexico. Lexi Yo, 10, was left bruised and bloodied by the animals, which left bite marks on her. Her mum, Laura, it was terrifying. I thought she was going to die. Lexi got away by clinging to the top of her bodyguard, and a trainer dragged her to safety. Oh, bodyboard. Sorry. Clinging to the top of her bodyboard, and a trainer dragged her to safety. Staff at the Dolphin Discovery Experience in Cancun, Mexico, said the dolphins were distressed because of rough sea conditions which caused them to act that way last month. Don't know whether or not it's a good idea to throw kids in with distressed dolphins. Probably not. TUI said they were investigating and would contact the family. Well, that's that. Okay. They were swimming with wild sea creatures. Yeah. It's not unexpected, is it? Let's throw a kid in with some wild animals in the sea and hope for the best. Could be a lot of fun. Could die. Hopefully the former. You never know. But yeah, well, it looks like actually you've got off rather well there, kiddo. I think you should just take that as a lesson learned. Yeah, that, you know, as much as we've anthropomorphized animals, most of them do not give a fuck about you, and a lot of them would quite like to eat you. Eat them first before they can eat you. Right, last shoe thrower. What have we got? Where are we? What's even going on? Teddy Killers trigger. No, there's this bit. This is called Hindsight by Bunchin. This is a wild one. This is This is an interesting bit of gear. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? What do you reckon? Is it loosening your laces at all? Is it making the sandal slide away from toe? That is Hindsight by Bunshin, and that's a freaking weird one. I'm keen though. I'm into it. I like it. I think you could probably use it quite well as a sort of a bit of a tool almost. I think you could. I think you could get in. I think Andy would do a good job of it. You know what I mean? I think fucking I get fucking Andy on. Fucking Andy on there. Fucking 3 decks, yeah. Fucking Andy on 3 decks, right? Yeah. He's got that on one, right? He's got that on one, yeah. On the other, he's got fucking, I don't know, fucking, like masochist or something. He fucking, and back in like that, and fucking chopper comes in. Roy! It's just a thought, anyway. Just, this is another bits and bobs. Some more constrict. I'll get into that at some point. More new Forward. Oh, yeah, listen to that the other day. It's sort of a bit of fun. Track called Alien by Forward. Nice bit of gear. Anyway, look, guys. Police looking for wanted man with crime pays tattooed on his forehead. He thinks he's a real tough guy, huh? Look at that tough guy expression. Wow, tattoos on the face as well. He sure thinks he's the bee's knees. Wow. He must think he is such tough, cool man. Such toughy, cool guy. Officers in the US are currently searching for a suspect following a high-speed police chase. He shouldn't be too tricky to find. Not with the crime pays plastered across his forehead, anyway. Donald Murray. Probably not to be confused with Douglas Murray. That would be quite funny. Douglas Murray gets crime pays tattooed on his forehead and is involved in a police chase. Mild-mannered conservative Douglas Murray. Donald Murray, 38, is believed to be the driver involved in a chase that started when he was caught with no lights on his vehicle. Okay, he's riding dirty, guys. You know he is riding dirty. The pursuit ended when the driver crashed into a tree, but then fled on foot. There was a passenger in the car, and when he was quizzed by police, he said he didn't know the name of the driver. Cops were tipped off about the driver's identity after a viewer watched the dramatic scenes on Live PD, a police-based reality show that airs on the A&E network in the US. Now, Murray faces charges of criminal recklessness and resisting law enforcement charges. Anyone with information is asked to call. It doesn't take a genius to work out what Murray's facial tat means. It speaks for itself, unlike the hidden message behind the tattoos on one retired crime boss's face. What? Shigeharu Shirai has spent 14 years on the run as authorities wanted to arrest him over his alleged involvement in shooting a gang rival in 2003. Unfortunately for him, the elaborate body ink was spotted by a local Thai person who was unaware of his identity. They then posted the photograph of him online, which was shared more than 10,000 times. Oopsie. God, his head is much too big for his body, I will say. You know, if we're critiquing people's appearance, which we are. That is basically as big as his torso. He kind of doesn't look unlike Jeffrey Epstein as well. He's got that sort of like big featured face. You know, Epstein's head clearly too big for his body. I mean, he was a short man. It's always worth being wary of short men, I will say. You know, I liked Harry Hill's idea that it shouldn't just be jockeys. That in fact all short people should be numbered. I think that's a good idea. One such inking on the samurai is the samurai on his back, which is fairly common among gang members. According to Ranker, they represent a code of Bushido, aka the samurai code of honor, courage, loyalty, and proper action. Fucking proper action, Lake. Right on Shirai's right nipple, you can see a yellow flower, which could be a peony, a lotus, or a chrysanthemum. While it might seem boring to split hairs over what breed of flower it is, it can mean very different things. Peony is Irizumi symbolism, represents wealth, elegance, and prosperity. In addition to that, it can relate to masculinity and a daredevil attitude. Wow. A lotus is heavily associated with Buddhist culture and tells the story of something struggling to reach its full potential. Chrysanthemum is a symbol of the imperial family and links to the ideals of longevity and joy. Well, thanks for explaining that, lad Bible. The final tattoo is of water on his lower back. Tramp stamp. That's supposed to illustrate change, adaptation, and life, which is presumably what the crime boss was hoping for when he became a fugitive. But clearly his past has caught up with him. And him, along with his enormous head, are now going down for 20 years. Oh, shit. Okay. God, it is a slow news day, I will say. Woman spots very X-rated church detail in window featuring Jesus and Mary. This is a stock image of a woman looking through laced fingers. She couldn't unsee it. It's the caption of the photo there. Good use of stock imagery. I believe that's come from iStock Photo. Nice work. Courtney Puchin, audience writer for The Mirror. When it's... just show us the fucking picture. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. See what's going on there. Yeah, Jesus has got his lad out. Is that Mary holding him? Or it could be Mary Magdalene. She looks young, so I'm guessing it's not Jesus' mam. It's probably his lass. So, if he's on his way out there, why not give him a... Look, Jesus deserves... He may be the son of Christ, but he deserves a hand job just as much as the next man. You know what I mean? Listen, he's... Look, maybe his dying wish was to receive one last handy, And you're going to take that away from him, yeah? You're going to shame him. Don't kink shame Christ, okay? He's had a rough time, man. He was only out there trying to do good, and he got killed, yeah, and the Jews had him offed. Yeah, unfortunate, unfortunate situation for everyone, really. Yeah, particularly him. He'd come down here. It's like, listen, fucking shit needs sorting out down here, guys. It's all a bit of a mess. And look, I'll do my best. Fucking crucify the poor bastard. Anyway, look, I don't know whether or not, maybe he's just hungover. Maybe he's not even, he looks hungover here. And she's like, look, come on, we're supposed to go to my mum's house today. And look, you can't be this hungover. He's like, oh, God, I'm fucking, I feel awful. She's like, look, seriously, I know, I don't feel good either. I know we shouldn't, I'm sorry I made us stay out for another 2 rounds. I'm sorry, look, we should have gone home when I said... Look, we should go home now so we're not too hungover. And you insisted on staying for another 2 rounds. Look, I know. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But look, I promised my mum would be there at 1. Fucking hell. He's like, oh, I can't. Oh, what are you doing? What? He's like, look, this will make you feel better. Yeah, probably. Yeah, go on. That's it. She's like, look, come on, look. If I fucking toss you off, will you go and have a shower and get ready? Okay, all right. Yes. I can see it. I can see the whole thing play out. Come on. It's an archetype as old as time itself. God. Why is it always the in-laws that you must see when you're at your worst? Why is it always the in-laws? God. Oh dear. My hangovers are getting very bad these days. It comes in waves. I think, your body changes all the time and, cells die, are born, update themselves and stuff. So it stands to reason that at some certain points, hangovers would be disproportionately worse than others. Right now, man, real bad. Real bad. Ooh, so bad. Real boo bad. And I don't know about it. I don't buy into this idea that it depends on what you are drinking. It depends on the volume of alcohol that you're drinking. more than anything. Like, oh, I drink wine because I'm a terrible hangover. No, you're drinking wine. You're drinking it with the girls, and you're slinging it down. You're slinging it down like water at a marathon. You know, that's why you're hungover. It's not the wine. It's because you've drunk 2.5 bottles of it. It's the issue. You know, when I drink wine, it's really does turn me on the next day. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Right, guys, look, listen, where's Parallax? Is he in the chat? Christ, what's going on? Liz is in. Liz, I got your email. Thank you for it. I will reply to you later. It was very nice of you to be so concerned, if not a little bit patronising, but that's fine. Where are we going? Yes, I did get... Yes, okay. Where is... what's going on? Where's Parallaxed? Where is he? Kieran! Kieran! Is he around? Anyway, look, all things being well, Parallax will be up at 11 with the roll call. So that will be, I'm sure, a lot of fun. And if not, then, well, I guess it'll just be the playlist of the shoe throws. And then what day is it today? It's Tuesday. Is there anything beyond that? No! That will take us through to Wednesday. Well, I'll be back tomorrow morning. And then Wednesday we will have Power Gen. We will also... I don't know whether or not... Will there be a Threshold All-Stars mix for the Wednesday? I'll talk to the build. Bildo, will there be... He's there. Bildo, will there be a Threshold All-Stars mix ready for tomorrow? I know there's another one on the boil. That would be cool. Anyway, guys, look. Where's the VIP list? I'll dig it out. It'll be fine. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for everyone who is supporting on the Patreon. It's very decent of you. You're good, honourable folk. Greg Cornford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Barry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squimton, Leland Manus Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STD, James MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Ashton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dubgrass Sergeant, Actually Superior, John Breaks, Kris Breaks, The Build, Ocean Bates, Lee Fuller, D, General Jeffrey, Flaxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robertson, Dev Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Wolf, Meat Loaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Cards, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmas, Will A, Ben Berger, Den Tweed, Lopez, Adazar, Big Wodge, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon Liz, Tom Skipper, Unfortunately, it's George DC, Anthony Lovesharp. No balls there. Anthony Sharp, Claudio Loveschmier, Benish, Jerome Moshe, Timmy, John Forsyth, Anderson, Pearson, Godlight, MZ Hammer Daddy, Your Mum, Leonardo Gervais, Big 8, Chapter 13, Grant Shepherd, Death Disco. Yeah, man. Listen, guys, if Parallax is in town, then you're in for another couple of hours of frickin' joy. App-wise, there is a new version of the iPhone app going up today with bug fixes, with dark mode, with a few other little things you can search by track listing, a few other little UI fixes and fiddly bits and bibbly bobs. If you're an Android user, update your Android app as there were bug fixes on that. And that's about it in terms of app news. Guys, listen, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Be nice to each other and just get out there and slang, you know? Just get out there and slang. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.